Hello guys, this video right here hopefully will be a very helpful video to those who want to get better and play at a higher skill level. There's going to be a bunch of various items that I'm going to recommend to you guys, and I believe that these items will guarantee improve your gameplay. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I receive a lot of messages from you guys stating it can either be what my sensitivity is, how do I play so smooth, is what my connection upload and download bandwidth speeds are, and I'll respond to you guys and tell you guys the info that you wanted to hear. But really, the main two things that I get a lot is what my sensitivity settings are, and can I explain to you guys or make a movement tutorial. Now these two things I really don't recommend you guys pulling from me and thinking that you're gonna get automatically better, because one is my sensitivity. The sensitivity that I choose will not necessarily be as good for you, because it's just the way I play. Sensitivity settings are all based off of preference. There is no set sensitivity settings that's going to automatically make you a better player. My sensitivity settings are: my look speed is 18, my aim speed is 17, and my zoom in speed is 12 for Gears of War 3. But someone could have way more different sensitivity settings and still play on the same skill level as I do, or even surpass my skill level with even lower sensitivity levels spread across all three, or even high sensitivity levels. So my sensitivity levels are not necessarily going to be the holy grail or the sensitivity settings that's going to automatically just make you a god. So with that aside, another thing is a movement tutorial. I actually wanted to make one for you guys, but then I sat down and thought to myself, and that is, I can't really make a movement tutorial for you guys. One, because your movement is all your preference. The way you move is just the way it fits you. I can't really set aside a movement strafe pattern and then you all follow it, because one, it's going to easily be figured out and you're just going to get killed a lot, and two, it's not going to really fit the way you play as an individual. Also, the equipment that you even play on greatly impacts how you're even going to move. So this is what I'm going to discuss with you further on in the video. Now, the first item up is a PC monitor. This is by far the most important item to get if you want to increase your gameplay skill. Now, the PC monitors that I'd recommend are from ASUS. ASUS is like the gaming PC monitor brand. Like MOG's official gaming PC monitor is from ASUS. It's not necessarily the model that I have. The model that I have is the ASUS VS238 dash. Actually, I'm sorry. It's the VS238H-P model. It's an LED 23-inch screen with an input lag. Actually, a response time of 2 milliseconds, and the input lag is around, I believe, 5 or 7 milliseconds, which is very, very fast, since some HD TVs go all the way into the 60 or higher millisecond range, which is ridiculously laggy in terms of fast and quick reflexes that you really need in a shooting game. A PC monitor now, besides having lower input lag compared to an HD TV, has the ability for you to be closer to the screen to see more details without the screen taking over your peripheral vision. Now, HD TVs, you need to sit further back because they're a larger display. Now, the general rule for any display, whether you're playing video games on it or if you're watching a movie on it, is that the display doesn't take over your peripheral vision, meaning that you should be able to see the entire screen if you look at the dead center of the screen. So if you can see the entire screen, that means you're at a very good distance from the screen, pretty much optimal distance. Another thing about PC monitors that I love is that since you're sitting at a closer range to the PC monitor, it sort of seems as if the image is more crisp, because there's a more, it's like it has the same 1080p resolution as an HD TV, but the pixels are so jam-packed into a smaller display area, the image appears more crisp. Now, this is just an aesthetic pleasure for me. It's not necessarily something that's going to improve your gameplay, but it's just something that I like about PC monitors. So now, to summarize everything, is that the reason why I highly recommend the PC monitor is because, one, it has substantially less input lag than an HD TV. With less input lag, your movements, your aiming, everything that has to do with you inputting a command or control towards the game will be a lot more accurate and more snappy and just better overall. And the second thing is you can be able to sit closer to the PC monitor while still seeing a lot more detail without the PC monitor overtaking your peripheral vision. So now, the next item that we have up is a wired controller. I recommend the official Xbox 360 controller. Some pros play on the Razer Onza or some other type of controllers where you can remap the buttons to extra buttons on the controller themselves. But I just love the official Xbox 360 controller because it just fits so well in your hands, and the joysticks are just the right amount of tension out of the box as well as the right amount of height. Now, the reason why I'd recommend a wired controller as opposed to a wireless controller is that with wired controllers, the amount of input lag from sending a button command to the Xbox is lower, but not significantly lower as to a HD TV and a PC monitor. But that lag decrease is there. Whether or not it makes a difference in your gameplay is not really that much. But like I said before, PC monitor and an HD TV, the difference between the input lag is very significant and substantial. Now back to the controller. Now, due to the fact that I'd rather a wired controller is because as well there's no battery pack. And it's not because I don't like changing batteries. It's because without the battery pack, one, the controller is lighter, and two, there's more space in the back of the controller for your fingers to rest comfortably. With the battery pack, my fingers would kind of get wedged up in there and it would kind of rub against my knuckles. And also, the controller being lighter, you can play for longer periods of time, as well as the controller not giving you much hand fatigue over time as well. Now, the next thing up is not an item, it's actually a feature, and it's vibration. I always turn that off in shooting games, but any other type of genre such as racing or any adventure or whatever kind of genre I'm playing, I keep the vibration on. But for shooting games, the reason why I turn it off is because your controller vibrates, one, when you're shooting your gun, and two, when you're getting shot at. So when you're getting shot at and you feel that your controller is vibrating, it sort of kickstarts the subconscious mind that you have that you're going to get killed. And as a result, you're more likely to make a mistake because you're just afraid to get killed. Now, with vibration off, you do see visual cues that you're going to die through your health, but it's a lot less vital than feeling that your controller is vibrating. For some, it may not make a difference, but for me, it really makes a difference having vibration off. My accuracy slightly improves, and my tendency to make mistakes in the midst of a clutch situation is highly reduced, as well as turning off gore in Gears of War, but I've already made a video on that. Now, the next item up, which is also a very important and vital component, is a gaming headset. The gaming headset that I use is the Turtle Beach X12 headsets basically. I plug those headsets into my Turtle Beach X41 receivers to get surround sound through those headsets, which would normally only give you stereo sound if you don't have a surround sound decoder. Now, the reason why I recommend a headset is because since the speakers are such at a close proximity to your ears, you're able to hear a lot more detail and subtle sounds such as enemy footsteps, enemies reloading their weapons, or any sort of sound cue that's going to give you an idea of where the enemy is coming or where the enemy is hiding at. Now, with those subtle sounds being heard, you're going to better be able to approach the battle and have the upper hand on the enemy. With surround sounds, which most casual gamers game on, you can hear some of those sounds, but most of those sounds, which are very vital, get drowned out by the subwoofers with their loud explosions or the loud gunshots, so you really don't hear the subtle sounds. Now with headsets, it better balances all of that, and you hear more subtle sounds, which will better help you approach battles. This is very, very vital, because if you can hear your enemy, it's sort of like having a radar on you at all times. So if I didn't cover anything that you wanted to know, just feel free to post the comments in the comments below, and I will try to best answer them to the best of my abilities. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you want, rate, and I'll see you guys later.